Hey, hi, hello there. Just trying to mix up the greetings a little bit, which probably failed. I feel like I should have went P5 full of bomb instead or something. But yeah, greetings and such aside. You could probably tell I'm very distracted again. But I did a couple of app videos, even though I found them on the phone first, to be fair, and then found the Facebook app. Also, I have a good reason for this. I got a bit, well, not distracted, but I got a bit crazy because suddenly my microphone wasn't working, and I did a whole bunch of tests and nothing was working. It was like underwater. And yeah, so I'm testing it with this little app to see how it turns out, and maybe there may or may not be a YouTube problem. But in any case, this is Happy Acres, a Facebook farming app, which I'm not sure if anyone may have heard of. The people behind it are Fun Plus, which I believe made what's it called? Royal Story and Family Farm. So yeah, they're doing another type of farming gathering type of game. I think it started or was here at some time last year, because I remember playing. There wasn't too much, but they've been steadily gaining popularity and getting more features since then. So hopefully I don't just ramble on and on and just get to the point, because there's probably not much I can talk about with an app game. So the main basis for this farming game is that, of course, well, I can't really show you starting out small because I used my own personal farm thing here. But the main thing is that you just plant things to make money, and then you make them into more complex things with the machines that you get, and eventually things cost more and more, and then you just keep progressing along the way. And you'll also have to upgrade your storage facilities, which is your silo and barn. Your silo holds your crops and fruit trees, and non-fruits are just tree stuff, tree stuff. And the barn holds animal products, upgrade items, and yeah, finished things that you made from the machines. So this is actually kind of hard to talk about because there's not really a certain order of things. It might have been easier if I just did a new account thing, which actually I am probably going to do it, by the way, because, well, I'm not sure about the hardcore gamer argument or anything like that, but I am admitting that I play apps like these once in a while, so if I'm curious to do more recordings like this, I might make a completely random, not personal Facebook account and just continue on there. Then I can, not spam actual friends with stupid requests like these, or it spams requests by itself, because apparently it does things that, you don't really care about them doing. So you can't see them here. I'm just going to go through features randomly as I remember them. Usually, once you get up in levels, I think around level 10 to 20, I know it's a big range, but I can't remember, because he left already. This is probably a bad time to record, but anyway, it's just mostly to see if it's working. Usually around here, I think you can see my mouse, around here, a shopkeeper comes and he asks for 4 random items. It can be just a whole bunch of crops, it can be stuff you made from the machines, or it can just be like animal products, I believe. And if he pays for each individual item, but if you finish all 4, you get a bonus, and if you continue to do that throughout the week or several days in succession, the bonus actually increases, so that's a decent way to earn money. The first thing you do when you start Happy Acres is that you make and repair your market stand, which you can sell to other people by promoting it. You get 1 free promote, and then after that you have to wait 5 minutes or just pay a sunstone, which is their equivalent to real money conversion currency. Like, you have to pay real money for it. A good strategy for this, if you do want to start playing or do play and not sure, is that you can just certain recipes I wouldn't sell to the NPCs by the order board, which is the main ways to usually make money, is that you make things that are kind of more expensive and they don't really give you a good coin payout, is to max out the price on the market stand, and eventually the NPCs will buy it. For example, having 3 banana trees by my level, or not even by my level, I think. Yeah, it's probably by my level, because you get to have more trees as you level up. Anyway, by now, anytime I harvest a tree, it has 8 harvests before it withers like that. And that's when you have to go buy a new one. Just gonna move this out of the way. One feature that is for the neighbors anyway is that you can put this exclamation point here if you don't have an axe to cut it down yourself, and ask someone else to cut it down for you. They don't use an axe when doing so. And yeah, it doesn't really seem too beggy, which I like so far, but they're starting it anyway. So hopefully I can avoid that. If it does, I'll probably just quit. Because I don't want this to really become the next Zynga thing. I'll try them, but then I end up rage quitting. Probably for the best, because they get too beggy, and it's just ridiculous. In any case, back to trees, you can go down here and go to your shop. You can buy seeds and trees here, which you can plant in a plot over here. Just do that. You can click and hold to drag them. Certain crops have different growth times. The quickest one is the clover, followed by corn, then wheat, and probably sugarcane after that. Everything else takes several hours to complete. And sometimes special crops will appear. So right now they're doing a spring type thing, so hibiscus is a special crop. And with trees, let's see. Banana tree, which it shows down here, now it's a 1,650. I can definitely afford it, but everything is really expensive in this game. Like, I'm level 34, and I'm apparently like 3 expansions behind. Yeah, just about. Because this is supposed to be unlocked at level 31. You have to make sure you have the machine to make what they want, and you have to make sure you have a ridiculous amount of money. So for this expansion, to get more room is 151,000 coins. The last one was around 100,000. I'm close to there at around 90,000, but it will take several days of trying to nitpick board orders and not use too many trees, so I don't have to pay for more trees and lose money. Because that's kind of what it feels like. But yes, as I harvested some clover randomly this over here. Okay, I got enough. I'm just gonna... you can also feed your animals for the specific animal products. They each have their own specific feed that they like. For example, the buffalo likes wheat, and they'll give you buffalo milk, which you can make into mozzarella. Buffalo mozzarella on the cheese machine. You can feed normal cows. Usually they only give you one product, but since they're prized now, which is after you feed them a crap ton of times, like around 200 times, I think, is when they become prized, and you can't feed them quite as often, but they give you more products in return, and now they also have a chance of giving you prized products. For example, so far, there's prized felt, which you can get from sheep and horses. There's prized milk you can get from cows, like I just said. And there's also prized eggs, which you can get from chickens and geese, I believe. Are they goose? Oh god, I can't remember. Did I pet? Okay, yes, there it is. Okay, so yeah. You can get a prized egg from them. You can get all that stuff. So until you can get the machines to take advantage of it, which are also expensive because they're optional, it's probably best to sell them on the market stand to people who can use it, because you can usually up the price and it's usually worth it for them to buy it. So for example, let's see the machines anyway. First thing you start off with the dairy, make basic dairy products here, like butter, cream, half and half, stuff like that. Windmills for making flours. I'm pretty sure that's it. You just make wheat flour, corn flour, soy flour, all that stuff. Bakeries for breads. Pretty much just bread. I'll say that some of the food art in the game looks pretty good. That probably sounds weird to say, but juicer and then loom, cake oven, you get the point by now. One of the more recent-ish updates from a couple months ago is that they made the pet food packer, which is actually one of the cheaper ones, but getting the pets is kind of expensive, but not with normal coins. Instead, once you're around like level 30, I think, Kate comes and she'll give you 4 orders of her own. Unlike the shopkeeper, she gives you a very long time to complete orders, usually 10 hours. But sometimes she does ask for things that take quite a long time, and she'll pay you for each order, and instead of giving you a bonus coin reward, she'll give you a random token. You can see the token amounts here, and that's what you use to buy the animals. You might have seen the animals as I went past them. Yeah, there was one. So you can get a beagle, and if you feed them, they have a chance of finding a truffle or saffron. I have not seen a recipe that requires saffron yet, but maybe it's for a higher level recipe that I don't have access to. Excuse me. And the feed interval is around 2 hours, and before you can even do that, or if you do have the tokens and whatever, you have to make sure you have the doghouse, which is kind of expensive, and I think it was probably around 50,000 coins. And that's how much the cat house is, because you can also get cats to find nutmeg or ginger for other recipes, which I think are used for the macaron machine. So yeah, for the optional machines, they're very expensive. Even just my normal machine progress is getting pretty expensive now, so I have to save up around 151,000 just to get some room on my farm, and then I have to save up another, 135,000 if I want to make macarons, only just the one basic one because the other one requires special nutmeg from cats. Or just the breakfast stove at another 106,000. So, yeah, you'll be kept busy with making things for money. And the new one, the doll builder, uses the prize felt, so you can make a felt hamster, which is freaking adorable, by the way. I think you can make another one too, but not high enough level. So they've been trying to consistently add machines and stuff as it goes. And of course, other places in the shop you can look at their specials, which is their special crop. Like I said, seeds and trees. Animals, you can filter it between only pets, babies, and adults. You can of course buy them buy special ones for sunstones. You can buy ones that are already grown up without needing baby bottles, because you do need baby bottles, which you either buy with real money or beg people for to make sure they grow up, or you can just buy them with sunstones to have them as an adult already, but it's kind of expensive. So let's see, it's like 123 sunstones. Let's see. So you're paying a little bit more than $5 just for an adult animal. Personally, I don't think so. Sometimes I do have a decent deal with sunstones, and also you can't see it up there because I think I cut off with the recording, but there's offers where you can do some free offers for some sunstones, but of course be careful with those. And sometimes they do these sunstone trees. If you buy one, before they've been only like 99 cents, which is awesome, but this one was about $5. They also had one for $15, which I am not getting. But the sunstone trees, you log in every day around the same time to collect the sunstones from the tree, and then just wait until the next day for 30 days, and if you get at the very end of the 30 days, you get a bonus 40, or depending if you got 15, I think you get even more. And you get 4 sunstones every day, and you get bonus 40 at the end. And one thing that is good to get with sunstones, if you want to get them, are special trees that don't wither. You can tell they don't, of course, if you just roll over the green leaf and it says it never withers. And they're also special as in that they're worth more money and make more fancy recipes, so they're pretty worth it in the end if at least you could afford a sunstone tree. You can also, of course, add more coins with real money, but I don't really think it's worth it. I'm being, more negative and more honest with my opinions here because, gotta be careful with this paying to win kind of thing. But I don't think it's pay to win with the coins most of the time, because since you need so much money in this game, even if you wanted to, for some reason, pay $50 for all those coins, even though if you get 7,500 more, it's still not really worth it. If you're at the level where you need that amount of money, you could probably make it just by making stuff here, just waiting for it to sell by maxing the price out over here. I'm probably forgetting some things. Oh wait, here he is. So another feature that appears once in a while is that this max postman will come and you won't be asked to collect a certain amount of stamps. He's not here all the time, it's only special. Right now it's a spring theme. Before he was here and he was doing around St. Patrick's Day and got the special goat, and then around winter you got the special Clydesdale horse. This time the prize is a fountain where any plot that you put around it will reduce the growth times of whatever you plant in it, which is pretty nice. So yeah, I guess the next thing to do is look at neighbor type of things. So what I do like about this game when I first started playing is that you didn't have to immediately beg people or invite random people to your personal friend Facebook account. I almost said friendbook account, haha. Well, it's not too far off anyway. But yeah, you can do community neighbors, which are pretty much people that you can add just in the game by itself, but they're not added to your actual Facebook account. So then you can ask them for whatever you need, like if you needed a baby bottle, you can ask them for that. If you need a saw or hammer, stuff like that, I think you can ask for. But they can't help you with stuff that you post on your timeline. That's still the one thing about it. And one thing that they're doing, I guess because they're getting that popular, you get the special animal for referring friends if you do enough, but I don't know how long that'll last because getting to level 30 takes a long time. So yeah, it's just, I'm hoping they're not going down the Zynga road, because other than that, I'm not staying. I don't know about everyone else, of course. And also one good thing to make money is to go to your NPC neighbor, Jane, and try and look at which things might give you the most money. For example, I think the highest level tree she has is a pomegranate tree. However, when you harvest things, you have 5 energy to harvest things or to help out feed the animals. Sometimes there's random when you'll get something, but with her, so far it's worked every third harvest. So I'll harvest 2 date trees, and then the third one I'll do the pomegranate tree, and then just do whatever for the final however amount of energy. So yeah, you can get like expensive fruit or crops from her place to give you a little boost and sell on the market stand. Pomegranates are worth almost 7,000 a piece, so it's pretty high level stuff because they were recently added for higher level players. So yeah, I think that's about it. I think I covered this, but you can feed the. I was waiting for them to bark. Sorry, they're adorable. So yeah, you can use the pet food packer to make all kinds of pet food. You can do cat food, which kind of is pointless for me right now because no cats. It's kind of expensive because you use bananas for it. Dog food is a lot cheaper because apple trees are a lot cheaper to replace, and you also need a priced animal good to do it. So for example, cat food, priced milk, dog food, priced egg. For ducks, I can't see it because I haven't unlocked them, and you have to unlock it way over there. So yeah, it's going to take a while. And I don't know what products they'll be used for because it says they find like a shell bag and stuff like that. So yeah, just in case it wasn't, I forget again if I was clear, but the crops do take real money, not real money, real time to grow. So you have to be waiting hours, sometimes not 24 hours yet. I think the max is like 12 hours to grow things, but you don't need water and you're not restricted by energy, but it is a very big waiting game. So you wait for the crops to grow and then you put them in a machine and wait for those to finish. And some things take a ridiculous amount of time. For example, I needed to make carrot cakes for Kate, the boat owner or whatever, the person who rides the boat. Yeah, I'm not very smart right now. And those take 3 hours a piece, so I was lucky that I started a little bit, that I had the stuff for the rest of the orders, otherwise I probably wouldn't have made it, and I have to wait for that to finish, or of course you can spend sunstones to speed up, but I really don't want to, because I'm saving my sunstones for other special trees, because they're pretty much saving me from going bankrupt from buying trees all the time. Oh, goodness. So, another thing you can do is, of course, help out your actual neighbors, like people neighbors, not just your NPC. So you can do whatever you think might be helpful. You can harvest a crop, but it probably won't show them harvesting from their screen, because when you help, it'll probably just highlight what you're doing, and you get a little reward for doing that, just like a little bit of experience in coins, usually 5 coins a piece, so I think about 10 coins total, because you get about a coin for everything you do, each action you do, and then you get 5 for finishing, so I think you get 10 coins per visit, for completed visit anyway, with all the energy spent. So yeah, and there's apparently going to be a new feature called the flea market soon, but I can't see what it does because they chose random people to test it out. Maybe you can get cheap stuff that you need to upgrade things, but I see a whole bunch of stuff in the little picture. I'm not sure if that even is any indication. So yeah, depending on how the person you're visiting is handling your visit, they could, like for example, if I helped out all those trees, if they didn't want me to do that, they could of course decline it, or they can harvest the trees first and then let me help them, and then they'll show up as fertilized. And if another person helps the same exact trees after that, they'll be watered so that they're instantly ready to harvest. And for there, if they're not harvested first, I'll actually end up harvesting them, which is kind of a waste, so I harvest them first, if there is anything to harvest, so they can at least just fertilize the plot so I can double my crop output. So yeah, the last final thing, I'm talking too much for a dumb app type of thing. So last thing you can buy are decoration or buildings, special buildings that you can see here. Like the beehive you get like level 10 and 20, I believe. It's a very low level easy building. And you use that to get honey, which they get from pretty much per 6 flowers or roses. Per 6 roses you plant, you'll get 1 honey for it. And honey is used in some specific recipes. Oddly enough, it doesn't really sell for much on its own, even though roses itself are expensive, but I guess since the honey itself is kind of free, I don't get it. In any case, it could just be very time-consuming, because roses take several hours to grow. Next one is a greenhouse, where you could store trees inside it if you don't really want your neighbors to be bothering with them. Like if they're bothering certain trees that are too expensive to replace, like the pear trees and stuff like that. When you get up there, it's good to maybe invest in one of those. You're going to get 1 dog house and 1 cat house. I'm not really getting those now. You can get decorations, but even if the description makes it sound like you can use it for something, they're all just cosmetic. They don't actually do anything. Some of them might have little animations, but they don't actually serve a purpose. Like it says, this one's good for storing liquids like water and oil, so it makes you think that maybe there's a water mechanic, but there isn't. Some special decorations you can only get with sunstones only. You can also get convenient things like what they call them farm aids. So you can get speed feed to feed animals like right away. You can buy the baby bottles here. You can get watering cans to instantly make something harvestable. You can get fertilizer so you can fertilize yourself. And one of the newer things they did that's involved in their daily login bonus is a rainbow. So yeah, it says each time you buy a rainbow and you use it, it will make all your crops and trees mature instantly. So if you really need something to grow, you can use a rainbow to instantly have all of it harvestable. The good part is that if you just do the login bonus, you can actually get a rainbow at the very end of it. So I think I've gotten like 2 so far. So you can also get some sunstones by just logging in consistently, but of course not much. So anyway, I guess that's about it. Sorry if I made you a little bit dizzy with constantly moving the camera around. Oh wait, actually that's something to notice. I'm not going to do it because I have the recording in a very specific window, but you can see the options up here. You can do confirmation options for purchases. Well, I'm pretty sure it's just for sunstone purchases, so you can never show confirmation, which I wouldn't recommend in case it's an accident. You have no confirmation for 5 sunstones or less. That's apparently the default option. You have confirmation for all actions. You can hide the settings bar so it's not in the way of anything. You can switch to full screen. You can zoom out, which takes a second. It gets a little bit laggy though when you first do it. There we go. So yeah, it has the potential to be a pretty darn big farm. And there's a little train station hidden over there, and I noticed that when I first started playing, I actually couldn't even move the camera over there, so eventually they're going to do something with a mine. Eventually. You can also zoom in like normal. You can actually zoom in one more for an even closer look of your farm and animals and whatnot. I do like some of the details on the crops and animals and such, though. Like I already said that the dogs are adorable. Of course, that's too close for me. You can turn the music and sound on and off. The music doesn't really play too much. You can search for something, which I'm not sure what I would search for, to be honest. It's everything I find pretty easily. You can use the camera and take a photo of a certain little area of your farm and then share it on Facebook, or in your albums, I guess. And here is where you can rename your farm pretty much whenever you want. I've seen some people like during Christmas say Happy Holidays and stuff like that for a little message. Or some will say don't touch trees or whatever, or trees please, something like that. So I guess you can get creative with it. So yeah, sorry for the lame app video type of thing, but I'm mostly seeing it to see if the recorder is going to be stupid, because then I have to continue doing my Wakfu stuff, and then another thing that I've been intending to do for almost a month now, because I didn't keep track of when it released. So yeah, dumb on me. So yeah, again, as I said, I might make a completely new Facebook account that is just for these apps, just in case anyone's actually interested and they may want to add neighbors, or if they need someone to send them requests, because I'd rather not use my personal Facebook account. I'm trying not to do so many apps on them so I don't spam my friends with stuff like that, especially because most of them want you to add random people, and if I just do a non-personal one, I won't really care if I add random people, because there's nothing personal on that account, and I won't be bothered by app stuff or anything like that. So, anyway guys, bye!